Hello, hello, hello to everyone that's here. Of course, I'm
Mhm.
not able to see who is here because, again, um, YouTube is not allowing us to type. So, if you are here, welcome. Welcome, Tonya. Thanks for joining. If
Certainly.
you are here as well and you want to come on the stage with us, because I don't think there will be more than 14 of us on. So anybody who wants to come on stage, you just use the StreamYard link that I put into the group, and you can end up here. I'll add you to the stage when the time comes. You'll be able to hear this just as well, and we can get on with it. So a warm welcome to everyone. It's been an interesting 10 days, I would say. An interesting new month with a whole lot of new and interesting experiences, and definitely um, an intensity brought on by today's full moon. I'm still not able to see it rising yet, so by the time we're finished here, I'll be able to go outside and look at it. Um, Trauma release. I think all of us need some trauma to be released tonight. So I'm also very enthusiastic to be here. I'm going to hand over to Tonya to lead us first with her introspection and then with some breath work. Handing over to you, Tonya.
Thank you, Paula. So, as Paula said, we're looking at letting go, releasing trauma. And although we don't really emphasize a lot about trauma, we know that it's something that plagues the collective at large. And what we would say to that most generally is that it's something that is in our best interest to let go of, okay, in whatever form it looks like, and irrespective of the circumstances, because there's a lot around it, but essentially it creates an energetic drag. And so it's a phenomenon that carries weight to it, there's density to it. And if we are not willing to be aware of it and to release it, it becomes something more integrated in our experience. Okay. And sometimes it's so deeply intertwined with our daily life that we don't even realize that we're carrying it. It's almost like, well, I'll speak from a woman's perspective. It's almost like carrying around a heavy handbag. And you know how it feels when you clean out your handbag? You're like, oh, there's a lot of stuff in there you didn't even remember was in there. But when you clean it out, it's like, oh, the bag feels lighter and your shoulder doesn't have as much weight on it because you emptied out the handbag. You went into the bottom of the handbag. So no, so carrying around those big handbags only allows for carrying around more stuff that we don't need to be carrying around, right? All the loose change, the coins, the old receipts, the lipstick from last year, just all kinds of stuff, right? And so we get comfortable with carrying that weight, and many of us are carrying that weight in our minds and our bodies. Even our spirit become overladen with things that we should have released a long, long time ago. And so we have a really unique opportunity here because we emphasize a regular um, ancestral resolving, clearing, is incorporated into this community setting to always have that individual opportunity to work on things, within the group community and at the one-to-one level. And so that we know for sure is a gift because at this time, letting go is really, really very vital to not only our own personal ascension, but the collective ascension. And I'll say that because I'm looking at the things that are happening daily, and it's all about letting go and it's all about releasing. And this goes beyond nature. If you look at corporations today, they're letting go people, they're letting go employees, right? Things are happening where people are just essentially getting wiped out. In the US, the government is on a shutdown phase right now. A lot of people are getting let go of their benefits, okay, that they've been um, having to use for their survival. Their food security is being interfered with. Well, we know that comes in many different ways, but in terms of financial benefits and the resources and things like that, just for daily shopping, those things are coming to an end. I was just looking at my email. I'll just give you a basic, simple example. I don't know if anybody else have experienced this, but even with the email, like I'm a person, I don't go into email all that time, but I have thousands of email, right? So I'm noticing now that these email providers like Gmail and Yahoo, they're trying to charge people for storage of email. It's like if you don't delete this amount of email or manage your storage with the fee, of course, you're going to lose access to your email. So your email is going to get blocked from sending or receiving emails. And they already know that the majority of people are not putting stamps on things anymore. The majority of, and putting things in the post office, unless it's necessary. The majority of us communicate with email, and that email has essentially been free. But now they're like, oh, you got to pay for this extra storage. So I was just thinking about it as we were just talking. We're holding on to old email, and the old email is accumulating because if you're not habitual in deleting email every single day, it accumulates. And now there's a cost associated with the accumulation of something that used to be free because we didn't let it go. We didn't delete it, essentially. So I think this is a unique opportunity for us to look at overall what we've been holding on to in our life, even those basic things that we don't even think of that have any significance, because energetically it does. Whatever we're holding on to at any level within our existence that is no longer serving us needs to be let go. Okay. So if you don't know what that is, go within, ask the question. Some of it is going to be obvious, but not everything is going to be completely obvious. You may have to wait for that to come up within you to really get an answer because for each of us, there are going to be different things that we need to let go of. However, collectively, we will be able to support one another through this process. So I just want to give thanks for you all here this evening for joining us. It's always a pleasure. We love when we come together because we know that there's healing in this space when we come together on one frequency. So with that, I just want to give thanks to the Most High, give thanks to all our spirit guides and through all time, space, and dimension. And let's begin our breath work. So we'll do a 5 rounds of the 5, 5, 5, 5 breath work. And so if you're not comfortable yet, please get comfortable. Please sit up straight. If you're able to close your eyes, that's fine. If you're not and you're not comfortable with that, that's fine as well. But it's essential. Try to keep a straight back, head and neck neutral. Relax your shoulders. And let's just come to a place of stillness as we begin to go within. Notice how our body is feeling. And with every inhale, we know we're taking in life force energy. And with every exhale, we know that we are releasing what no longer serves us. And so let us begin. Inhale to a count of 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for a count of 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale to the count of 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. And now let us just take a deep inhale collectively, as deep as you can. Hold it at the top and exhale. And just let it go. And as we maintain this peace and stillness throughout this session this evening, I invite you to just embark on this simple question within yourself. What is it that I need to let go of? And what is it costing me to hold on to it? Actually, that's 2 questions, but essentially, that's it. What am I holding on to that I need to let go of? And what is it costing me? What price am I paying for not letting go? What I need to release from my life at this time? Mm. Thank you, Paula. Handing back to you.
I am here. Thank you so much, Tonya. It's a little hot where I am, so you might hear a fan in the background. If it gets really noisy, I will turn it off. I know you can't tell me, but I will gauge it and then turn it off. So thank
No,
you, Tonya.
there's no noise from the fan. You sound
Okay,
clear.
okay, great. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you, Tonya, for just setting the tone and asking these pertinent questions because even though we know what we know, sometimes we still find ourselves attached to these things and not recognizing that we have a responsibility to sort of do a personal spring clean occasionally. Check in and see, okay, are we carrying some debris that we shouldn't be carrying? And then why? Um, Tonight is a full moon, and full moons, they say, are usually a great moment to stock take and decide what is it you want to let go and what it is or what is it that you'd like to bring in. It's one of those powerful moments. I hardly light a candle, but today I've lit one, and I've lit it because I live in a country where the energy is particularly heavy at this time. And so I feel like I'm carrying some of the heaviness, and I'm so grateful that we have this space to be able to release the heaviness. Some of it is mine, some of it is not mine, but I'm still carrying it. So again, I ask myself the question, why am I carrying it? Right? So these are the things that we take into this session, and hopefully we can discuss and dismantle it and understand it better. So at this time, I'm going to um, add Rohan to the call. He's been clearing in the background, but he will speak very briefly on all of what we've just discussed. So thank you so much, Tonya. We'll see you a little later in the meditation. Welcome, Rohan. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. How's
Excellent,
everyone
excellent.
doing?
Well, you know what? The comments have been disabled, so we're not able to see or get any feedback. So it's hard for us to know who is here. I know for sure Jay is here. I know for sure Melissa is here. But I don't have any confirmations or the ability to check who else is here. Inviting anybody who is here, I think we can hold up to 6 persons in the room. So you can take turns and come over if you want to speak, or at least so that I can see who is here, and then you can leave again. All right. So Rohan, you heard our introduction, and you know what's happening here in Jamaica. I just want to share with the group that I wasn't really paying attention to the news cycles. I knew that we all know that there's some conflicts in Sudan, but today they revealed some Google images, satellite images of a huge massacre somewhere in the Sudan. Like it looked like there was a massive explosion, and there you can see bodies strewn all along the community, and all out going out into the desert. It's quite dramatic. And it's not coming up in the news at all. It hasn't made world news. It seems to be Muslim Christian kind of conflict. And so I wanted to take a few moments to recognize or acknowledge the lives lost there, as well as the lives lost here in Jamaica, the lives lost in Cuba, and the lives lost in Haiti. And then I'll hand over to Rohan to share his views with us. May their souls rest in peace. Okay, Rohan, over to you.
Okay, thank you. So interesting. I was clearing when Tony was speaking and stuff while you were speaking as well, and what we're what there's a oversoul mean there's a morphic agreement with all of us on the planet, all of us on the planet, and we everything that happens on the planet we have to participate. So we call it a permission slip. Now we do participate consciously or unconsciously, just like how we are receiving all the time, and we are been working on some being mental as well, because we want to chop through logics some of the time and being mental and allow the intelligence, because intellect it relates to the mental, but we want to start practice. And we're not saying we're going to um, jump, because a lot of the times we jump, we always want to be assured that there's somebody there to catch us. But in the mind perception, because the mind can only perceive, the mind will look for something to catch. But with the intelligence, we really don't need to want to just surrender to that intelligence. So, as I was saying, we have been this loss. And the thing is, I've been feeling a lot because, they say especially Pisces, and not only Pisces, I feel feeling is my gift. So I feel probably a million times more than a lot of people. And one time I didn't know what to do with it. I feel all kind of crazy things going on. If I probably didn't um, come to the awareness and um, open to look at life or look at things, because those crazy things I was feeling, and I was taking on stuff at the time as well. I mean, I remember after sessions, I used to fall asleep for 2 hours when I went for lunch. Just I didn't get to eat lunch. So, if I feel everything that's going on the planet. I feel what's going on now, but I feel it fully. I don't. I feel it and let it pass through. So then, what I've realized, because it's two things that are going on, and this is only physics, cause and effect. Where's our attention? Is our attention on the shadow or attention on the light? You understand? So I realize when we're focusing on shadow, then we get attached to more shadow. And basically, if we're perceiving, but if we're just noticing, we feel stuff, but if we're just noticing it, observing it, and jot through the concepts, because sensations are like heat, tingling, itching sometimes. I mean, somebody asked me to talk to somebody was a potential client, and I mean, as I went through the phone, I felt like a wave of stuff came through, and my whole body started itching. So I knew what was happening. I mean, I had to literally start itching myself, but I was itching because it was itching, but I wasn't judging it. You understand? So I feel and allow them to pass through. I don't give them any name, any labels. I just allow them. So we're receiving from two places. We're either receiving from what we carry, or there's our true heart desire. All of us have true heart desire that is in our heart. And what we're doing, we're letting go, we're forgiving everything that is not of us. And when we let go of that, we come to our heart. As I was explaining, I think I was talking to Tony earlier this morning. I was they like just like a six burner or a four burner stove, right? And what is life? Life is a series of events. And we believe in past life, those are a series of events. Although we believe that there's a beginning and there's an end. But to me, these is the beginning and the end is the series of events. We in a relationship, it started, it end. That's a series of events. We had an interaction with somebody. I've had people um, scamping out of money and all kind of different things. That's a series of an event. No, I look at it at getting a university degree. So I don't get attached to losing whatever I've lost. Understand? However, if there's anything that I carry, like as I said, when I feel fully, if I'm judging the sensation that I'm feeling, I create an attachment and I take on stuff. And we always like to say we can't take on anything that we don't already carry. And it's not a judgment because we're not blaming. And that is what we want to invite everyone. If 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 there's something going on in our life and we find that we need to blame somebody, we I'm inviting them to check because everything leads up to a scenario. And we're not saying we're letting them off the hook, but what we want is to do because the thing is what we call karma. Karma is for sure, right? It means that if that person, and that's why they say with great power comes great responsibility. So if an individual is doing us something, we don't have to all we need to do is make sure that we take our space, self out of the space if it becomes too horrendous or unsafe. But we don't have to, we I'm going to make sure they pay for it because it's a law, it's a universal law, it's a physics law, it's a cosmic law, it's a cause and effect law. Whatever they did, they first have to do it to themselves before they do it to anyone. So they're going to pay for it. So I don't need to even have this thought about them paying because it's already in place. You understand? I'm just going to learn from that event, resolve what I carry, and I find out when I feel stuff coming through, it helps me to release whatever I am carrying that I may not know because release is release. Yeah. So if we just sensations, heat, tingling, vibrations, those don't have any labels. Those are sensations. So if we feel like the word pain always invite people, it's a judgment, it's a negative, and everybody wants to get rid of it, and it has a history. Certain things get energy, like um, I don't want necessarily to say Jesus, but Jesus, um, Buddha, El Selassie, they keep maintain because we keep talking about them. And just the same way with negative things perpetuate because we keep talking about them or put our attention on them just the same. If we don't give them any energy, because that tell us again, mind is powerful, but they don't tell us that we are powerful, that gives our power to anything else, whether it be mind, whether it be negative energy, whatever that is. It we have the power. We are so free to choose, as I say, bondage. We are so powerful to choose weakness. So I would say it's an invitation, and we're not saying we're letting anybody off the hook. But I'm about empowering, and not just saying, hey, let's. I want to empower you by speaking. I've gone through lens to examine, experiment for myself, see how this work, study the mind at length, and for my own life, and I know other people who um, you could say have mastered the elements in a way and understand how to use it, which simply means um, like this concept, come let us make man. We are all a part of it. We are all participating. So we just want to be conscious. And even we do care stuff, it's okay. But as long as we're in awareness, there's no suffering. Yeah. So once we're aware of it. So let me finish the analogy about the board. If there are 6 burners on the stove, I will light all of them, right? And as I say, each burner represents a series of events that happen in our life. Some event, and the only one that affects us is the one that has where the shutdown or there was a trauma. So there's a difference between trauma and karma. Karma means action. It's just how we are acting in life. Right? Trauma is where an event happened we take it personally. There's a still carry a charge, and we either keep holding that in place, and sometimes we need to allow the intelligence to come through because sometimes we can't mentally resolve it. So with just like those 6 burners, if we have all those burners on, and that would come like triggers, because people, everything outside of us are really triggers, right? So if those burners are on, consider those series of events. So if those burners are not turned off, and there's the handle, as you know, to turn off the flame. So if we're not resolving these series of events, which is what life is, because the truth of who we are, there's no end to that. We are eternal. So we want to experience, not only want to experience blissful eternity, and eternity is this moment, eternity is now. So if we one burner represent and connected to a whole lot of things that happened in our lifetime. So if we out that burner, which means if we handle the trigger that we carry with that one, then that one is out. Now there are 6 burners, so there's 5 other burners going on. You understand? Now, so those are different events that happen in our time space life. So we could say 606 million based on a lot of us are souls that carries all of these in what we call our sphere of awareness. So the more we're releasing, we're outing, turning off these burners, then we're clearing all of these events, any attachment to that. What when everything happens, we stuff pass through. As I said, this too shall pass. So if things pass through, there's no flame in there. So for us to fuel, which is just triggers in what we call in the outcomes in our life, or the things that are showing up in our lives. So we want to be doing the best that we can. Some meditation, um, we can do yoga, this kind of work, do participate in our grid work in terms of creating balance and stuff like that. So we don't fuel, meaning react to the thing that is happening outside, because we want to resolve how we feel about what's happening outside of us. And I'm not making any claim, but in my experience, a lot of the times I see like miracles happen with other people's life by me resolving how I feel about, especially our loved ones, by me resolving how I feel about what they did to me. I mean, yeah. And sometimes I try to tell them things and they don't get me. But when I resolve something within me, all of a sudden they're telling me something like they're telling me for the first time. Like I didn't tell them, and I said, "Wow, that's miraculous." All I'm interested in is that they got it.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
All right. So I want to invite anybody who has any burning issue that they need to discuss to click in the chat the StreamYard link. It's the last thing I shared, and join us on stage. But while that is happening, I just want to speak about what I feel like I'm going through. I preach all the time, retaining neutrality when there is an event. Um, and when we say neutrality, we don't want to be polarized. We don't want to be unnecessarily angry. We don't want to be unnecessarily sad. We don't want to be feeling sorry for people. We don't want to have any of those experiences or carry any of those. But I am feeling just a little guilty, just a little bit guilty that I am not feeling more compassion for all the people in the hurricane situation that have lost all their homes and all their belongings and their safety and their well-being and their ability to eat and be comfortable. So the reason why I feel guilty is that I've trained myself to be more neutral, but now I feel like I'm not doing enough because I've sort of just taken myself a little bit away and I'm observing from a distance. I'm not running into the fray to assist. How do I navigate that? How do I clear that? It's an internal conflict. And I'm hoping that you guys understand what I'm saying. I'm here in the middle of a country that has been terribly impacted, but I know that it won't serve me to get all bent out of shape and emotional about what is going on. Is that correct, Rowan? I mean, I'm just asking.
Yeah,
Have I
I
have I
wanted to,
taken the right approach?
yeah,
Have I taken the
yeah,
right approach?
perfectly. But one other thing I wanted to say is, all right. So, and I know that you are like myself. Normally, when and COVID is a sensitive issue as well.
Hmm.
Um, when stuff happen, I am normally the one. There are people that react to stuff that happens. I normally do my best. I'm always clearing and doing what I can. No, when I have to take physical action, I normally let the screen, the smoke kind of blow off. And then you see the bigger picture and then really effectively move how I can really help people effectively
Right.
because other people are doing it. So
Yes.
everybody part to play their part. And you are, I know right now you are who you are. So you want to be yourself. You don't necessarily react it like what you're composing and putting together what you're supposed to do. Because here's the thing. We're really not helping anybody by worrying about them, by feeling guilty, and we're not saying the thing is if you feel a certain way, just feel it because beneath the guilty there's something. That's is
Hmm.
not you're guilty about something. And sometimes these things is not necessarily this is just one other thing showing us that we're guilty about something in our lives most of the time
Yes.
most of the time because the
Yes.
frequencies was already there already. This one just ignite it a little more. You understand? So
Right.
if we resolve whatever that's just beneath that guilt, because the guilt is a symptom.
Hmm.
If we resolve the root, the cause is beneath the guilt. If we resolve that, then when we resolve it, then we get how we are supposed to effectively participate in truly helping in in the effective way that we should. Because let's say we don't want to try to stop what happens. We want to do our best. You understand? Because
Yes.
as I say, if we're focusing on shadow, we'll get more shadow. If we're focusing on helping, then we're going to align to helping. So
Right.
I sit down and do my best, feel the best way I can, and sit to the guidance and find out what's the best way to help effectively.
Right.
Instead of, oh my God, they're hurting and this, that. I can't do anything about that. And
Right.
I'm not saying anybody shouldn't feel. I'm saying feel. I feel fully. But I sit with the feeling and allow it to fall and see how best because I know I'm not helping them, even that are hurting, by panicking.
Hmm.
I know I'm not helping them, or the energy that I'm channeling to them is not helping them. I know I'm giving a permission to slip to them feel more suffering when I do that. I know how energies work. So, I feel fully, feel the compassion, whatever I'm going through in the moment because a lot of things times things happen for us to see what's going on with us. So I check within me first. I first look in the mirror, see what's going on with you, why hurricane, whatever. Although I wasn't affected, but I'm in Jamaica. And am I not doing enough work? Do I need to get out more? You understand? I'm examining myself because I know that we're receiving what we carry or receiving from our heart. Ideally we want to receive from our heart. So if I can contribute to more people And the more that's all I talk about. Want to ground in truth, and everybody I hear people talking a lot of things, and I'm always taking them on. I still don't take all of it, any of it personally, but I still kind of bring them back to alignment. How we can help. Let's focus on how we can help. Let's not
Yeah.
focus on who is doing what. Let's focus on the people who need the help, not the people, not the perpetrator. Let's focus on how we can truly help the victim, but not only to give them food, but how we can, if we look at life, so we create our reality and we have these conversations a lot of the time, but when something happens, when we react to it and say, oh, sad, these people not creating that reality for themselves. So as I said, there's a conflict going on, because that is kind of a conflict. So either
Yeah.
we're going to say we are creating our reality and get people to ground in that truth. So when anything at all happen, yeah, we have compassion in the moment, and then we move to empathy. Empathy now is to help them, because we're going through everything that we are not. When we let go everything that we are not, we learn from it and we let it go to
Right.
get to our heart. You understand? So we
Mhm.
want. I'm grounded in to say, no matter who, and I have compassion for a moment and stuff like that. And then I say, if they need food, give some food, and then if I can have a conversation and say, this don't have to happen to you again. I'd like to
Mhm.
have that conversation. You understand? Instead of saying, somebody doing this to you and stuff like that. You understand? That to
Right.
me, whoever is doing it, that's the perpetrator or the shadow. But that's not empowering somebody to believe. It's feel victim, continue being a victim and powerless to say somebody is doing this to me and I have no, you know. And if we really, as I said, I feel physics must be taught mandatory in school. But if we understand physics, understand reality, and we say that we are creating a reality, then we want to, bit by bit, hinge by hinge, share that information. Because when we ground in that truth for ourselves, to me, the intelligence supply us more so we can help more. You understand?
Right. Right.
So
Okay.
yeah, I don't deviate.
Right. Jay, you've just joined us, and I wanted to give you a chance to share, to lean in on what we've just discussed, or to start a new thread if you choose. So I'm allowing you to speak if you choose.
Okay. Okay, blessings and greetings to everyone. So, Paula, I think what you're having is survivor's remorse, if that's the proper term. It's
Hmm.
when people survive something and they feel guilty for surviving, but either way, it's not your fault for causing it, and it's not
Hmm.
your fault for surviving, and it's just
Hmm.
something that we all have to work through. So
You know
then,
what? I think it's not quite survivor's remorse. Let me tell you what it is.
okay.
Um, I'll just give you a little example, just a little. I was
Ooh,
speaking to Tony about it as well. In my past, I was a project development specialist. I worked in the community. I mobilized hundreds of people. I designed efficient, effective ways of managing and executing projects. I should be out in the field, but it was a very dark part of my life. I didn't sleep for like 10 years. I was just
ooh,
working, working, working. And that was when my awakening took place. So I walked away from that. So I know I could be doing more in terms of being on the ground. But the conflict is, should I stay where I am and do work in the realm of spirit with you guys, or should I really get on the ground and do some work because I see where the gaps are? And I'm feeling a little guilty that I've waited a little too long to get on the ground. I mean, the gaps are filling out very nicely now. So my thing is, should I hold my position here? Because guys, if I hit the road and start to work over there, I won't. My brain is not going to be in here in the spiritual community. You
mm,
see what I'm saying? So there's like a conflict there where I know I could do more over there, but I also know I'm doing a lot over here as well, not just with the
okay.
group, but with the realm, in the realm of spirit. So you see what I'm saying?
Let me
I
ask you one
do. Follow your heart.
here's my question, Paula. Do you feel there any little survival guilt in any of it?
Not at all. Not at all.
No
Like I
survival guilt.
feel, no, let me tell you what it is. I feel like almost all of us here in this group, because we've been working on heaven on earth for a while, we literally are going to always feel and be at the right place at the right time and be safe. That's what I really feel. So I don't think it's an accident at all.
But
That I happen
if
to
I was clearing you, do definitely I would include survival guilt.
really.
Definitely, definitely.
So look here, me kind of glad say
No,
boy, me
well,
not in a that, you know, me have a
just in
nice
just
comfortable bed. Me glad say me not, you understand? I don't. I just my guilt is really about working from the distance versus being in the field working.
that's why I ask question, and even though like Jay suggests that you may be feeling survival guilt, and I'm like, because not you, the mind normally come to defense in some of these things, but you at least know that you're feeling guilty. So
Yeah,
I
I'm
would
feeling guilty
definitely,
about. I'm just feeling guilty about not
but
doing more
it could be in your
in the
lineage,
field.
because I'm picking up survival guilt in the lineage, which the same thing Jay
Yeah.
is I don't know if he's picking up, or there's a term for
Yes.
it,
Yeah.
but we would address survival guilt in this case relating to Jamaica and our lineage. 'Cause our lineage is in your lineage is in Jamaica and stuff like that. So
Right.
it's
Right.
I'd include it definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Jay,
May I
you want to
continue
continue
on
now?
that? Pardon me?
No, you wanted to continue because you were
Yes,
making that point and I interrupted you.
right. I was just making that point because of what you were saying. So for me of myself now, what I find is in this past week or so, random things come up in my mind and in my head, and I feel that it's like little little bits and pieces of residual toxicity. And that's how I termed it,
Yes.
because it's stuff that I feel that it's not full, it's not fully, it's just things that, just uh, randomly pop in my head. And when I kind of try to seek the source, that's what it comes to me as, like, just random piece of stuff that I really need to just get rid of once and for all. And then the last
Yeah.
thing I'm gonna say is this. I remember the last time I was in Jamaica, my ancestors actually came to me and told me this. And I try to remember it. Well, I don't remember it all the time, but I try to be cognizant of it. What I was told is that the choices and decisions that we make is gonna either imprison or liberate us.
Totally.
So the decision that you make, either you're gonna make the same decision, do what you've always done, and that's imprisoning you. But if you make a different decision, um, it can be liberating. And so what I've been saying and trying to do is, whenever I have decisions, I try to to reach for my higher self, although sometimes it cannot be found. But anyway, we're
Yeah,
living.
because
So that's all
you
I
don't
have to say.
you don't have to look for it. You just need to connect. When you look
Yeah.
for it, you looking for it blocks it. And
Oh,
one of the
okay.
things to also, yeah. So you just connect, just feel. Sometimes it's because sometimes we feel intense. We try to avoid the feeling or ignore it. So we just feel fully and allow that feeling, and then we find beneath that
Um,
sensate discomfort or whatever we're feeling, there's the connection. There's the connection, and we're not trying to get rid of it either. It's a threat. Because it creates resistance. We don't want to create resistance. We want to offer it up. There's a difference. To release is offering it up. Getting rid of it is like pushing, forcing. As I say, it's power of force. So we want to use our power, not force. So not get rid of, because create resistance. We want to just let go, surrender fully, surrender to the feeling, and then we feel that correct connection. We might not understand the feeling, but we don't need to, because that's who we are.
Okay.
So how can I
We
get
just need
rid
to
of
be.
these residual bits
As I say, you're
and
not getting rid of it.
oh,
Let it
oh,
go.
I'm sorry.
They come up and they just come up to be
Ah,
recognized, acknowledged, and then they leave.
all right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna try that because sometimes I'm
allow
just
them.
so confused that don't know if I'm
Yeah,
coming or I'm going, but clarity
well,
comes every now and then. Thank you.
Yes,
yeah, man.
it's
And
just yeah,
gradually,
it
you're
just
doing some
comes up.
great work. So gradually,
Yeah.
you're chipping away, chipping away.
Yeah.
So it's
Remember,
beautiful.
Jay, that all of us are work in progress. There's not going to be a day when you're like, okay, well, I'm completely clear. Because the
Right.
next
So
day you're going to be humbled by something else that pop up, and you're
yeah,
like, but I thought I was clear. Where did this come from? So it's work in progress. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So don't be confused or
You don't need to
bewildered.
rush it. Yeah, we have that. We need to let that go. We're not rushing anything. We are aware of it. I will let them go as soon as well. What doesn't serve, we keep let them go. The ones that we can't handle, as I said, the shadows that we can't handle, we get the mirror. Get somebody to hold space for us and help us to release. Some of the time, some of them big, you understand, and some height, as we say, we can't see the back of our head. So sometimes we need somebody to see the blind spots for us. So,
Mm.
we get
Right.
we get help when we need to.
Okay, so thank you, but I'm seeing a beautiful moon right from
Yes.
where I'm
Yes, yeah.
sitting, and I'm just absorbing it. You know.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks.
We are, tonight I was thinking to myself, what can we do at the energetic level as the group that is here, that has chosen to be here in this moment, to clear their traumas, to release their traumas? Is there anything that we can do for the collective that don't even know that they have traumas that need to be cleared, but our being here and working in the realm of spirit can help to clear that collective that find themselves at this moment in a state of chaos and hopelessness? Is there anything that we can do here and now with ourselves, whether we close our eyes? Can we be cleared by you, Rohan, and we act as the micro for the macro? Is that something we can do?
Yeah, definitely. But as I said, we're not HOLD in space for them. We're WHOLE,
Okay.
meaning regardless of what's showing up, we still want to hold the space of this love, send love, and
Mhm.
and see the change, see the beautiful life. We want to hold that space because that's what we'll be
For them.
sending to them. Yeah.
Okay, got it,
We don't want
got
to
it.
hold any sympathy, and you understand? Because if
Yes,
we're holding sympathy and sadness, we're sending that to them.
back to
We
them.
want to hold a
Okay,
beautiful space for them and love. And we know it happen. We're not turning a blind eye to it. We're
right.
we're accepting it. And accepting is accepting that we don't want that to happen to them.
Okay, that thing about turning a blind eye, that's it. That's how I felt. I felt like not going down there, not jumping in my car and driving down into the worst hit parts of Westmoreland meant that I was turning a blind eye. You see what I'm saying? So I purposely haven't gone because I know that I'm such an empath that I will take on all the sadness and come back home
Right. So you have to
burdened
grow
with
on
the
yourself.
sadness. So I have
You
to
have to
take
grow on
care of
yourself.
myself. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. You have to put on your oxygen mask, grow on yourself
Yes.
first.
Yes.
And by doing that, trust me, because remember, we're all connected.
Right.
That's how the oversoul work. The oversoul will connect to you to connect. I just see how your thing work in the grid.
Hmm.
It ripples like
Right.
sutras.
Right.
So we first center ourselves. Yeah, we get a little reactive, but we first center ourselves. And by us doing that, you are lot more effective than sitting there holding that beautiful space than reacting and driving down and trying to help. And I just say you take on stuff. Definitely
Right.
that won't help.
Right. Right. Right.
So,
Okay. I'd love to invite anybody else who wants to just share with Rohan any issue that they'd like to clear, and then we're going to just go into a group clearing with specific emphasis on the different pockets of people that are suffering and how we want to see them in our mind's eye and what we want to. This is one time when you can go and project heavenly,
Good stuff. Good
beautiful
stuff.
vibrations on a group of people. All right. So I'm
Good stuff.
allowing anybody else.
We can
Yeah.
prophesy now.
No,
Let
no,
me
we're
just say that
projecting.
when we work on
Prophesy good stuff.
ourselves, it has a rippling
Yeah,
effect, at least
Yes,
totally.
energetically.
yes,
So when we're working on ourselves, we don't have to, demonstrate that we care or that we're concerned or touched or all of that. Just by working on ourselves in the spirit, it energetically ripples out and it gets to who it needs to get to. And thank you. And I'm
yes,
gone.
yes. All right, no problem. Anybody else wants to come online quickly just to share any challenges that they may be going through, any observations that they have
See,
made between the last clearing and now? Please just click
like
on
like
the
me, I wasn't yawning before. And see, I'm yawning a lot now because this is part of the clearing. Yawning is a part of
right,
clearing, and people when you
right.
yawn, it's part of release as well.
Okay, because
So
I
it
was
has happening.
yawning
So
too, and I was kind of
yeah,
feeling ashamed about yawning, but obviously we're clearing.
it's
Okay,
part of the clearing, part of the release.
right.
Yeah.
If not, Rohan, um, let us just go straight into the clearing now for the collective, the group that is here.
Mm-hmm,
Remember,
mm-hmm.
guys, you know how this clearing works already. Even if you don't come and specify what your challenge is and speak to Rod, you know that you are benefiting from the clearing. In particular, we want to clear ourselves of the traumas that we're carrying related to grief, related to destruction, related to oppression, related to underhanded activities, uh, trauma related to victim, perpetrator, um, traumas related to self doubt, mother wound, the father wound, abandonment wounds,
Mm-hmm.
all of those things. So we take a nice deep breath now and relax so that we are able to receive the clarity.
Yeah, because it seems turning a blind eye and survivor's guilt, we are going to work on that as well. And frustration, anger is coming up as well.
Hey.
I will add you soon, Christian. Let's just do the silent clearing first.
Mhm. Yeah, we also included times, times we may have hurt the earth, life of the earth. Yeah, after some forgiveness and stuff like that as well.
Can you
And
repeat that,
peacemaking.
Johan? Times when what?
Peace, peacemaking around we times we earth, the earth and the life of the earth,
Okay.
and Native Indigenous First Nation people as well.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm going to add Chris to the call. Chris, are you available now? Okay. Hi, Chris.
Hey,
Welcome.
hey, Paulo, what's up? Hey, sorry,
Very
I'm
good.
good. I'm like I'm about to sweat in a second, y'all. That's why I was kind of in the dark. Um,
Understood.
but I just want like to release, like some anger. You know, I just want to like release powerlessness right now on this full moon, and I just want to like, I guess, surrender to that because like, I just kind of don't want to. I don't want to feel like I don't feel weak. I want to use my like man of strength because I'm about to use like some ceremonies right now. And yeah, I just figured if I could have that, appreciate that, and just I pray that y'all could still pray for my mom. She's got diabetes, and I'm still trying to like um get it into that, like kind of feel at peace with that.
Right. I like the fact that you want to release powerlessness. Perhaps that's something that a lot of us are holding around some of the things that are unfolding on the planet. Like there's a certain level of powerlessness that I feel as
Hmm.
I watch what's unfolding, here in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad you used that word for us. It's a very important one. And a lot of people here on this side of the planet, we feel powerless to what's happening in in Sudan and in Gaza
Yeah.
and in Congo. So yes, I thank you for that one. So
And
Rohan, any guidance on releasing powerlessness?
Yeah, we were actually working on stuff like that as well. And some of it get come from I didn't get what we needed as children, and putting other people's needs first, and unhealthy attachments, um, codependency, stuff like that as well. Yeah, so we're working on stuff like that, and times when we didn't get love and affection, which relates to the diabetes. So it's interesting. We have been working on stuff like that.
hmm.
That he actually brought in.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Interesting. Thank you for that, Christian.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Um. Also, I want to make an intention for the group. I really feel like, communication, even by phone calls, but one another would be great because I'm gonna pray for that in the lodge because I feel like, you know, it's always good to see how especially when like either a brother or sister is doing, you know what I'm saying? It's just amazing me, like, how just like even just randomly calling someone, like, saying, how you doing? What's up?
Yes,
Like you really mean it, I'm sorry, y'all. And it's the
Um,
full moon, it's giving me my emotions out. And I'm a
mm,
Taurus. So I have to like, I have to say some things. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know if you're gonna do a thing upon me, yo. I don't know. My bad. My mind's in this. I just hope, um, like everything, you know, all my like my insecurities go away because I want to be like, I've been feeling like righteous anger. You know how you was like you feeling a few like days ago, like probably like you want your true like Jamaican album. I feel like my true native coming out, like almost, yeah. But like
so
I know
like
that.
Christian,
Huh?
so like you walk on some clot, don't it?
yeah, yeah.
Run
And
this
I feel
side.
like
stay true. Stay
I
true.
feel,
Stay
yeah,
true.
I feel
Just
like I
keep
want
staying true.
to. But I guess I don't know if you're gonna clear me or you're gonna do that. Well, just pray for me to them things, because like I've had enough of being powerlessness. I've had enough of like feeling like not heard. I feel like I just want like everyone in this group to like speak up and like be there for one another because as like the vibration rises, we cannot hide. But I want love and affection to become for all of this because all I am is just a reflection of you, Paula, and you, Ross. So I'm just talking to myself right now, and
Yes.
Exactly.
And
Mhm.
I gotta
Yes, yes,
if I'm feeling this, that must mean you're feeling this, and everyone else is feeling this. And I just
right.
pray y'all, y'all can clear me my name, and I'm gonna pray for all of y'all. You know what? I had a little anger, but sometimes I'm glad we have stuff like this because sometimes if we just talked it out, I believe people just could be um a little better, off. So I don't
Yes.
know if you guys,
Yeah, what?
I don't know. Like I said, if I
Mhm.
didn't my thing, I don't know if this is a clearing. I don't know if this is, but
It is a clearing. So whatever you're feeling, just don't judge it or fear. Just lean into it. Lean into the just lean in fully to the feelings
okay.
and allow the intelligence to move through it. It is the clearing that is happening here. Just feel fully. Drop through the mind, feel. Just notice the feelings that you're feeling in your body and just know that the intelligence is moving through and resolving whatever it is. We don't need to figure it or understand it. We just need to surrender to it, as I say.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. I'm feeling really angry, Rohan. I'm feeling like extreme anger. Like
Yeah.
like
What are you angry about? What are you angry about?
like I don't necessarily want to say a few things. I feel like,
That
like
that
where
that's
where
how you that's how we clear it. And if you don't want to say it here, then you need to we
I
create a
feel like
private space. Because
yeah, I feel
one thing's for sure, right? When we don't say things, especially we say it in the presence of somebody that is not going to judge you, that's a way of releasing it as well. But when we don't say it, we're telling art, we're telling the creator, source, whatever that is, that we're not ready to let it go yet.
I
So we have
feel
to be
like
willing to 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 speak about it. And as you
okay,
say, you're carrying not being heard and stuff like that. We're working on that as well. That could be it. But it's very important for us to be to ready. We don't have to say a lot about it, but at least bring up the piece that we're holding on to. But sometimes we equate it with love, and so we want to hold on to it because we're identifying it as love.
yeah,
But we want to be ready and show ourselves, commit to ourselves that we're really ready to let go this piece.
yeah.
And
Um,
but that's part of it to say it. Or even cognize. If it's personal, you don't necessarily have to say it, but you want to be aware and conscious in yourself that you're ready. I don't want to carry this anymore. I'm ready to let it go. You understand?
I'm ready to feel like, not get angry when people don't keep their words. I want to feel like, I want to get rid of like because I've been actually teaching. I want to get rid of like anyone that wastes my time away. I just want to like I want to cut cords with people that don't mean me well. Like, I want to do that, Ro, because yeah, and just like stop feeling powerless and
So you're
angry.
angry that people don't keep their word, you say?
Yes, because I've been feeling angry at people who done me wrong and living with people who have
Mm,
done me wrong. I wish they'll release that, or at least like work on it right now because I don't want that to be part of me. I think there's been something I've been dealing with, but
mm.
I really don't want it to take over me because I don't want to I don't want to like let anyone take my power by making me act a way I don't want to act.
Okay. Well, when was the last time somebody um didn't keep went back on their word? See, that's what it is. Some they went back on their word.
Let me see. Like last week, I ain't gonna say who, but like it was of a very important situation, and it just I felt betrayed, and I've I wanted to get to a point where I can really just like be um I could be able to confront people like about it, not like in a bad way, but in a way that where
Mm,
like I can stand in like a righteous power saying don't do this, because I've been fasting a lot. I'm getting into more of my
mm.
energy, and I've been just trying to really feel like I
Right. Well,
don't
notice how you feel because you've been working on betrayal. I literally felt that come up, betrayal and being lied
really.
to, relating to it. It says masculine energy. It can be masculine, meaning a woman that carry a masculine energy or a male. But we're
Yeah, a little bit of both.
working.
Honestly, a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of both. I just for me, I really have to I really have to try to get that like out of it, you know, for me because there's a lot more I can say. I don't want to like take too much time like out of it, but I want to like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know.
because I have to sweat. But I really
So
hope
when we're
to.
doing the clearing, just get a sense of it. Just allow it. It comes in the very first time somebody betrayed you. You know,
Okay.
what was the very first time somebody betrayed you? Very first time I
Mm,
felt this kind of sensation.
that's a good question. Wow, that's a very good question. I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm not really too. I'll take it the more time I feel someone really did it.
Yeah,
'Cause
feel
I'm
the
gonna-
emotion. We don't try to feel. We don't try not to feel. Give yourself permission to feel. We want to get in your body. Just feel in your body and notice where you feel as you're engaging in feeling the sensation. Notice your body. Notice where you feel it.
I say maybe like 19. I like
Uh-huh.
when something was stolen from me. Like yeah, some money was
Yeah.
stolen from me. That's the first time I felt true
What was
betrayal.
going in your what was going on in your personal life that was stressful for you at that time?
I had money. I had like a college check, like a refund check, and I got um. I wonder if they're still over there. Yeah, I got basically I got like a few $100s stolen. I was like, wow, and I decided to
Now
never talk.
the most stressful thing that in one sentence, what was the most stressful thing that was going on at 18, 19 for you that didn't feel good,
Oh
didn't get
yeah, I got.
resolved?
I think you know what, Rohan. I think like I got racially profiled against. I got racially
Racial.
profiled. Yes, yes, I had
Okay.
like a
Yeah.
bunch of
So
racism happen to me.
yeah, feel drop in your body and notice where you when you consider it, just notice where you feel discomfort in your body. It could be pressure, tension, but notice sensations in your body as you consider all those what this kind of is a racism.
Yeah, mostly in my heart and
Yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah,
even in
yeah.
my soul because I didn't speak out to like
Yeah,
to
just
like.
feel. I want you to what's the level of sensation you feel in your heart as if when you consider it. 10 being the highest.
I feel really dark, man. It feels really dark. It feels like really black behind my heart.
Yeah, that to want you to notice in the black. There's a version of you. But you don't have to try to figure it out yet, because your soul is helping in the background. But notice in the darkness, what are you saying to yourself in the most stressful part in the darkness?
I hate you.
Yeah. Take 5 slow deep breath into I hate you. And just stay with sensations. 5 slow motion breath, slowest, deepest. 30 seconds in, 30 seconds out. I hate you.
Mm.
Slow it way down, way down. Slow it down.
You're no good.
Slow it down. Okay, forget it. You're no good. Who is no good?
I am for not like saying
Yeah,
anything.
say it in the first person.
You're no good.
Say it in the first person. It's more effective. It's I am no good. You're speaking about that version. Say I am no good.
The
I'll
version of
explain to you.
saying, yeah,
Says I'm no good.
I'm no good. Ooh.
Yeah, 5 slow motion. Yeah, just take 5 slow motion breath into I'm no good.
Mhm.
And you're bringing this in for everybody, working on everybody. So
Yeah.
you take the slow motion breath. Yeah, stick with that one. I'm no
Yeah.
good. Slow motion breath though. S- slow it way down. Slow it down. Slow and deep.
If I feel a little more lighter, it feels
No,
like
no, no. Stay with it. Give me a moment. Just stay with the 5 slow deep breath. into I'm no good.
Feels hurtful. It feels like sad.
No,
Even
just take a moment, stop talk for a moment, and just take the breath.
it feels like
Stay with
could
the
have done
breath.
something.
Stay with the breath. Stay with the breath. We're including times they didn't get love and affection, and mom didn't get
Mm.
love time. Mom project this. Until times they never saw it with their parents. We're working on a lot of stuff, including in generations in the lineage. Give me a moment. We kind of deep.
Ah, feels real sadness.
Stay with the breath.
Feels feels like no one cared.
Keep staying with the breath. There are different pieces and different angles, but stay with the breath.
Felt like why did the universe have to do this?
Yeah. Within that time, you felt that God wasn't there for you. Just stay with the breath. Though. Give me a moment.
Felt like
Notice, just notice
how
the
long
body.
have you had to
Notice,
do this?
notice sensation. Notice how you feel in your heart now. Hmm. How you feel? You say you're feeling lighter.
I feel a little lighter, you know. I feel a little lighter, you know, but I still feel like really dark. Like I mean,
Keep,
not dark,
keep,
but like it feels.
keep, keep your attention on that lighter. When we do that, we're showing the creator that we're grateful. That we're not going back into the mind and focusing on the dark. All of that is the symptom and the sadness and all of that. Keep your attention on receiving and the light, and allow that to bandwidth to get more wider, and so you can receive more. But just trust your feeling, not what the mind is telling.
So like fire is coming into my heart because you
Yeah,
hear the native
stay with.
drums in the back.
Yeah, yeah. Stay. Just merge with that. Keep merging with it.
Feels like hatred for myself.
Yeah, this not you know, This those versions, all of that you're saying. There are different versions, but when the clearing is happening, you're going to hear them. So you're just allowing them.
Mm.
Yeah, but stay with sensation. Stay with the sensation. Merge with the sensation. Merge with the fire or the heat.
Mm. You know what I feel, Ron? I feel like it's just like like something saying, "Give me one more chance." Like it's
Yeah,
like
you'll get those insights. You'll get those insights because there was a version of you that was trapped in what we call time space, saying I hate you, and when you say I hate you, we're really speaking to ourselves. Understand? So it's
the
a
thing is,
blessing to release, not
got
try
to
to
be
get rid of them. Where it's an active
hope.
releasing of them.
Yep, saying there's got to be hope. That's what it feels like. There's got to be hope.
Right, those are good insights to get in.
Mm. It's feeling like it can be done. It
Yeah.
can be done. It can be
Thank
done.
you. Yes, that's a definitely a shift,
Yes.
Christian, and I think I was being cleared by that same um of the same scenario of powerlessness and
Mm.
all of what you
Mhm.
mentioned. So thank you for sharing that.
Yes.
Kathy has just come in. I'm going to allow Kathy to come on stage now.
Before I go,
Um, Kathy, so that she can share whatever issues that she may want to or bring up whatever point she needs to bring. Kathy?
Kathy, you can unmute and speak.
Yeah, can you
Ah,
hear
There you
there
me?
go.
she is.
Hi.
Yes, we can. Hi, how are
Hi,
you?
Paula. Hi. I'm doing great. I put on
Um,
WhatsApp who was on YouTube. But I don't have any issues. I just want to say the last time we were together and I realized that I was holding on to things. So I've been doing breathing and allowing, as Rohan would talk about, allowing the process to work through. So the last couple of days I was doing a lot of crying. I'm like, what's that about? Well, I guess I do have an issue. I'm like just really crying like I'm purging, like, like I was on this sugar high and the sugar just coming out because I'm letting it go, right? But then last night I was fiddling around and I'm like, okay, it's 11 o'clock. I'm going to bed. I didn't go to bed till after 1. I listened to somebody on YouTube. She said something. And so what what I got cleared from with Rohan last time and what was said and then doing a deep breathing and going outside and giving gratitude, I had a burst of energy after 1 o'clock this morning. Like I know there is something that is going on in the spirit realm that the manifestation is here. So
yes,
today, I'm up here in Michigan and I'm in a hotel and I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, it's gonna cost me almost $2,000 a month to stay in a hotel. I said, well, do you have the money? Yeah, I'll pull it from somewhere else. But then it was like, don't sweat about it. Today is okay. You have a place to stay, you have food, you're warm, you have everything you need today, right? I'm like, yes, I do.
yes,
Okay, so we're good. So I called somebody today and they're like, oh, guess what? We have housing for you. And so I went check the place out, and it was like, oh, it was so far. It was in the woods. I mean, far away. I'm like,
yes,
I said, okay, well, are you okay with making the payments at the hotel? Yes, I'm okay. But in most time, I would be like, oh no, I'm gonna take that place because of fear. But I didn't have that fear today. I'm like, oh, well, it is what it is. And so I just want to say thank you, Paula. Thank you, Rohan. Thank you,
yes,
Tanya, for all the clearing because I literally can go back to when I got here in late September to where I am
yes,
today. Uh, I'm unraveling like a ball of yarn that a cat just messed it up. My yarn is
yes,
just unraveling. It's like, oh, there's the two ends. All I have to
yes.
do is just pull it, and it's just coming loose so easily because I'm
Beautiful.
allowing myself to have the experience on earth as it is. And I'm learning a lot of this from you all. So I'm so grateful. And I just want to come on and say that
Awesome,
I'm in a
awesome,
very
Kathy.
good place. And
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
I'm
that.
very grateful. Thank you.
I'm so happy, Kathy, because I mean, it's a big adventure you're on. Big adventure. But I think you're, as you have just correctly said, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fantastic. And all the doors will be open. Apparently, this moon is some Taurus moon, and it means that we just need to open our purse so that the universe can pour in all the stuff that we need. And so we'll find things that are unlocking that we never expected to, and abundance. And I think living in a hotel is actually quite elegant and quite nice. It's an indicator of what's to come. You know what I mean?
Of
So,
It is. It
abundance.
is. It's very nice. I'm telling you, it's so nice. The
Yeah.
swimming pool is just
And
right
and
there. Just it's yeah,
nice.
it's
and be in the
amazing.
moment. Be in the moment. Be in
Okay.
the moment. It's not about the money.
Okay.
You're in this
Yes.
beautiful space. Because
Yes.
Yes.
just don't take my word. Just trust it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all about this moment. If you're in a beautiful space this moment and you're happy about
Yes.
it instead of
Yes.
complaining about or see,
Yes.
it's going to lead to the next moment. Because this
Okay.
moment leads, if you feel good, it's
Yes.
going to get better and better.
Okay.
That's
Fantastic.
Thank
it.
you so much.
That's
Thank
that's
you.
that's that's the law.
Okay.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
sharing that, Kathy. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
If your
Miss
attention shift,
Norma.
shift it back.
Yes. Norma,
Okay.
welcome.
Thank you.
Hello, family. How's everyone doing?
We are very good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
So I just wanted to share two things. First, I just wanted to make a comment about what I heard you say, Paula, when you said you felt guilt, and just kind of share my observation or my perspective. I heard you say that you felt guilty, and then you mentioned that for 10 years you weren't sleeping, and sounds like you were very stressed. So what I was picking up is that you have a resistance because of the sort of like that sort of PTSD of that
Yes.
feeling. Hmm.
Yes. Yes.
And that's like a blockage for you. Not that you do not want to give. It's just that you're those emotions of all of that stress when you were working constantly for 10 years
Yeah.
is a resistance. So that's I feel like that's a wall for you to get over that
Yes.
trauma of all of that work from back then.
Yes. Yes.
So I just wanted to share that.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, thank you. Thank
you're
you.
welcome.
I like that
Um,
perspective. Like I
mhm,
should get over it, as in maybe walk into it, embrace it, but with
mm,
this renewed, well, this new version of myself, because I'm much different now
mhm,
than I was then. I was just giving, giving, giving. I put
mhm,
everybody else and everything else in front of me, and now
mhm.
I'm aware of boundaries and how important it is to take care of myself while I'm helping others. So, yeah, I feel
Exactly. I
you.
relate to that because I tend to be a giver and then to a point of exhaustion. And then
Yes,
when someone asks sometimes of me, I have a wall because I'm like, oh goodness, I'm exhausted from giving.
yes, yes, yes.
So yeah, just wanted to share that sort of that
Thank you.
perspective.
Thank you
And
so
for me personally, what I want to release is feelings of giving with expectation. I know it has a lot to do with, childhood and not feeling loved or seen. So I tend to give sometimes out of, wanting to be loved and valued. And when I don't get that, I'm just extremely resentful and disappointed. So what I'm, what I want to transition to is a place of giving without expectation and really pouring into myself, self love so that I'm not seeking it outside of myself. So I want to release feelings of being like unlovable or unvalued or unseen and just pouring into myself so I'm not seeking it outside of myself.
And the need to pay a price for it either.
Yes. And then so then I won't get disappointed when I'm not quote unquote getting what I need from people and then I'm just angry and resentful and so forth.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for bringing that in because expectations lead to it leads to addiction for a lot of people and let
Mm,
down,
mhm,
So it's good to bring it in and we're working on it.
mhm.
That's a good one. That's a very good one, Norma. Thank you for sharing that one.
Thank you.
Glory has just entered. Um, Glory, giving you the floor. and then we'll probably do a little clear, a final clear, and then wrap up for the evening. How are you, Glory?
I'm exhausted. I just left the hospital, but my mom just went into the hospital.
Ah, boy.
Mm,
I'm,
Is it
ex- I'm
serious this time? Or,
yeah, she has pneumonia
yeah,
in her lungs, so we'll see.
yes,
mm.
yes. Okay, well,
But
that's a
I
little bit of
just
grief, right? So I guess this clearing will also translate her way. So, yes,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm all lost. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just lost. What?
yeah. Well, you know what to do when you're lost. First thing you have to do is stop. Stop and find out where you are.
In the
And
living room
first thing you want to know, where you want to go. Where do
where
you
I
want to
want to
go?
go.
What do you want to achieve? What's the goal? What's the
Do I have to answer that question?
no, you can just consider it. But we are clearing it as you are considering it. And I'm bringing clarity. But if you're going to Montego Bay, if you're coming from Kingston to Montego Bay and you're lost, what the first thing you need to do? You have to stop it.
I have to stop.
And yeah, and ask somebody where am I?
Ask for directions.
And ask for direction. Yeah. Or if you're using the GPS, you take out the compass, right? And you reset.
You know what? Today I did that.
Yeah.
Today I did that. I was packing barrels from one side of South Carolina to the next, and today I just stopped.
Right. That's it. That's it. You did it.
Yeah, I'm proud of myself for that. I stopped
Yeah,
and
yeah.
took care of me,
Stop.
like Paula said. I do so much, and I get lost in the process of not taking care of me. And today I
Exactly.
did just that.
Exactly.
So,
That's the best way to take care of others is to take care of ourselves.
and then I'm on this call.
Yeah, we don't
Yes,
want to help people.
it's a
We
good
don't want to
place to
pour from
be.
our cups. We want to pour from our salt, from our overflow. 'Cause, yeah. Or if we need to see the sauce or it's full of running
My,
overflow.
my sense of
That's
humor is
where
coming back.
yeah,
My voice is coming back.
yeah. Yeah. Pour from our overflow. It's not selfish, it's self-care.
Yes.
Yeah. Because as Paula once said it, takers, the nature of takers is to take. They're not going to stop. Whether or not they need it, they're going to take. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we just have to be conscious of giving to people who values it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and appreciate. Because the best way for somebody to appreciate me is to improve. When I give them, I see that they're improving and they're appreciating me when people do that. You understand? But there are some people. If you no matter what you give them, it couldn't be you couldn't give me $1,100. You give me 1,000. It couldn't be 1,100. You give me 1,000,000. Charge me they just get 1.2 million. I'm still no matter what you give them. Give them a
You know
billion
what?
dollar. I say Jesus, we couldn't get one. Look at me.
I'm
Them still no matter what.
that happened to
So
me today. I'm actually proud of myself today. My son's father and my son called me today, and I said on a FaceTime three-way, and I said, neither one of you two have called me about Jamaica or nothing or how I'm feeling, nothing. But yet you call me for something. I said, neither one of you have compassion nor empathy. And they both paused.
mhm.
And I said, I'm going to call you guys back. And I hung up.
That's it. That's it. And that's you allowing them to be themselves. You're not trying to not
Yeah.
let them be themselves. Let them be themselves and feel good to say no. And I can't deal with this right now. And let them be themselves. Don't try to let them be anything else. If that's how they are, but you allow them to be themselves. And you don't take it on and you feel any way about them not doing,
I
you
didn't.
know, yeah.
Today I finally didn't take it upon my take it. I didn't feel any type of way. I just said I'm gonna call you back,
Yeah.
and I hung up.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
it.
all these sessions, all these lessons,
Uh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, chilling.
I'm chilling for the first
Yeah,
time ever.
yeah, man.
Okay, with my
Look
head.
after number one. Hmm.
All right, I think so. I really don't have anything. Hi, Paula. I missed you, Paula. That's it. I don't. I nothing else for me to talk about this evening.
Well,
Chilling.
we're all here and we're doing
Yeah,
this
yeah.
work. Like I just went out a while ago. I don't know if you realized. Like, so it's all good. We're all doing what we need to
I
Yeah.
do in
saw
this
it.
moment. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're so quick to find out where she's in her living room. She thinks she was
Yeah.
lost. That's the mind.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
mind
Yeah.
trying to trick you. You're not lost. You're sitting down nicely having what's that? Pina colada.
Sour sap. My last bit of sour sap.
Okay. Nice. There.
Yeah.
Calm your nerves.
Yeah.
Calm your
Yeah.
nerves.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. You're doing
Yeah.
the right
Yeah.
thing. You're doing the right thing.
Yeah,
All
man.
right.
Don't let the
So we're
mind
gonna
lead. Mm.
we're gonna wrap up now. It's one
Thank
hour
you.
Yeah.
42 minutes in. Thank you, Glory.
Good night.
Ron, do you want to do like a final 5 minute and then we're done?
Yeah. Yeah.
5 minute
Yeah.
clear?
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
drop in, notice our bodies, notice
Close our
sensation.
eyes.
That's all we're doing.
Yes. Yes.
To be in our bodies fully. This vessel, this ship. We want to make sure we have control of the vessel. Mm. All right. Continue to steer those sensations. Yeah. Steer the sensation. That's all. Merge with them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for bringing these in.
Thank you, Rohan, for doing that powerful work. I think I'll be in a position to really know exactly what I should do, if I'll be able to do both, and exactly what I need to be in the moment. So thank you for that. Thank you to everyone who came here, who stayed here, who held us, and who was also cleared for the good of the collective. We continue to send lots of love and light everywhere on this planet where there is darkness, despair, sadness, grief, and loss. And we know we connect to the beautiful energy of the full moon to release what no longer serves us and to bring in the absolute abundance and joy and prosperity and beauty that we want to experience in our lives. We on Friday we'll have the 999 portal based on the Evo calendar. So we actually have access to two of everything, using the Gregorian and also the Evo. So we're gonna experience the true 999 on Friday, and that's another moment for us to surrender and bring in all the prosperity that we've all been searching for, all the safety and the goodwill and the well-being that we want. It's all here, and we're actually able to grasp it as this cycle ends and a new one begins. All right, so have a wonderful, wonderful
Yeah. And
evening.
one quick reminder,
Sure,
what is
sure.
abundance? Abundance is money is a reflection, but abundance is to do, be, and have what we want to do, be, and have in the moment. That's it. That's
Beautiful. Yep.
abundance.
I love that. That's a nice definition because when I say abundance, all I'm thinking about is a bank account. But yeah, thank you for that clarification. And I just want to just I pulled these two cards um for us, and I will share in the group. This is number one and this is number 38. Number one and number 38. I will uh share the description in the WhatsApp group now. All right, have a wonderful
All right.
evening.
Thank you.
Tonya, thank you for joining us. Thank you for your words of direction. Always, always so perfectly positioned for us. And I thank everyone again. Have the most wonderful sleep tonight and do all the work you need to do in your sleep tonight. Have a wonderful evening.
All right. Much love.